Hey guys, welcome back to the Math Hive, and today we will be diving into two-step equations. Basically a two-step equation is in its name. Alright, so let's solve this equation. 2x plus 4 equals 8. Alright, so the first step is we want to isolate the variable. And in the two-step equation solving, we need to use BEDMAS oppositely. So we don't multiply first. We take our eyes to the adding and subtracting part of the equation. So to isolate this variable, we want to take away 4 from here, so it cancels out the plus 4. And whatever we do on this side of the equation, we must do on this side. So subtract 4 from here, and these cancel out. And we're left with 2x plus 4. Alright. And now the next step to isolating the variable is getting rid of the 2 multiplying the variable. Since it's close up like that, that means it's multiplying. This is called the coefficient, by the way. So to get rid of the multiplying 2, we know the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we divide 2 on both sides of the equation, like this. The line means dividing, by the way. And this cancels out, and we are left with x equals 2. And we can always fact check that. I already did. So 2 times 2 is 4, and plus 4 equals 8. Okay, so in this equation we have y divided by 5 minus 8 equals 10. So the first thing we want to think of is reverse BEDMAS. And so to isolate this variable, we have to get rid of the minus 8. And so the opposite of subtracting is addition. So we add 8 on both sides of the equation. You don't have to add this line, it's just helpful to show the different sides of the equation. So, and this cancels out, and we are left with y over 5 equals 10 plus 8. And so y over 5 equals 18. Alright, so the next step is to isolate the variable further. And we do this by getting rid of the dividing 5 below the y. And the opposite of division is multiplication. So we times 5 on this side, and also write times 5 on this side. And so this leads to this being canceled out, and we are left with y equals 18 times 5, which is 90. Sorry for the bad zero. And we can always fact check this by replacing by plugging in y, this y over here with 90, and it's correct. Alright, let's do one more. So let's see if you can do this yourself. Write this equation down, and I'll explain in a second. So write this one down, and I'll give you a couple seconds to try and pause the video and do it yourself. Alright, so first thing we want to do is reverse BEDMAS. And we see this negative 5 over here. And what we can do is add 5 right here. And we do this on both sides of the equation. So this leads to this being canceled out. We are left with 6x equals 7 plus 5, which is 12. And so the next step is to further isolate the variable. And we do this by getting rid of the 6. And it's multiplying since it's a coefficient. So we get rid of this by dividing by 6. And we do this on this side as well. So this cancels out, and we are left with x equals 12 divided by 6, which we know is 2. We can always fact check this by plugging 2 into the variable at the. Alright, now that you've seen how two-step equations work, try some equations yourself. Drop a comment if you have any questions,